Hare Krishna. I welcome all to our Bhagavad Gita classes. We are on chapter 17, and the question is why most sacrifices and charity fails spiritually. And we had been hearing from Krishna about, and we'll be hearing from Krishna about how we can actually convert the sacrifices and charity that we do, which can actually help us in liberation. Yeah. So currently, what we do, as we have seen by what Arjun asked Krishna, as those people who do not follow Shastra, or who do not have the understanding of the scriptures, what do? How do they, do? But do they have faith? They have faith, but they don't know what exactly is written in the scriptures because they have not read that or they have not heard it. But they follow the rituals. They have shraddha. So how would you tell about them? What will you tell about them? As Krishna has told in chapter 16, that those who follow the scriptures and follow the scriptures and do as per scriptures, then they are called divine. They are divine people. And those who do not follow scriptures, they are demoniac. So definitely Arjun is inquisitive that there are people who do not know about Shastra, but they have faith. And how would you put them into, in which category will you put them? So are they in the mode of goodness, or are they mode in passion, or they are in the mode of ignorance? Then Krishna starts explaining that those people who have faith but they don't know about scriptures and do what based on their shraddha or based on the family traditions that had been coming out to be, they will fall into three categories of goodness, passion, and ignorance. Now, to get liberation, to get liberation, or any activity that is done in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance actually bind us to the cycle of birth and death. We cannot get liberated. We cannot get liberated by doing those activity in any of these modes. It's only when our activity is transcend these three modes, it is beyond these three modes, then only we can get moksha or liberation. So normally people in general, they have faith, they follow things, but but it is not spiritually as per shastras, it is not taking them to for moksha or liberation. They are actually doing it, but still it is being, they are in the cycle of birth and death. And then he explained that the people uh, who are in the mode of goodness, what do? They worship the Devi and Devatas. They worship the Devi and Devatas. And Devi and Devatas is in the mode of goodness. But still what will happen? They will get a higher parentage, or they'll be born in on the earth planet or a higher planet in a rich family or in a more advanced family, but then they will still be bind with the cycle of birth and death. And the people who are actually worshipping powerful men and babas, and whose role models are cricket stars, or so those are in the mode in the rajas. So what will they will either take birth in on the earth, or they will fall down into the lower planet. And those who worship the ghosts and spirits, then definitely their end is they'll be born in the hellish planets, right? That's what Krishna talked about the faith. And similarly he explained that the food these type of people, the food they also eat also belongs to the three categories. The people in Sattvic, they would like to have vegetarian food with more of fresh fruits and vegetables. They're in the mode of Sattvic goodness. And the people who are in the mode of Rajas, they like more of spicy, hot, sour, lot of chili. That, but then they would made a mode of Tamas will be more of meat, liquor, attracted to, and accordingly will be their destination, right? So in any of these modes, the Krishna says that we are still bound by the cycle of birth and death. But so it is not. So this mode is not helping us to towards liberation. Not only that, he also explains about the sacrifices, the yajna that we perform, and how we do the yajna. Based on that, normally we do the yajna thinking that we have done the yajna, and after the yajna, basically I'll be liberated. If I do multiple yajna and I'll be doing, then what will happen? I'll get liberated. But if those yajna, Krishna explains, is done with no expectation of results, as a beauty of duty and as per scriptures. If it is done as per scriptures, then yes, it is again to which Devi Devta it's done. Based on that, it will be fall either in the mode of goodness, or it can also be transcendental, right? And similarly, but when if we are doing yajna and sacrifices, okay, just to show off that I have what do you call it, I have so much money and I can do such a big yajna, and because of pride, arrogance, and just to show off, then basically is in the mode of rajas. It is again binding us to the cycle of birth and death, and again back to the earth planet or also below. And similarly, if it is in the mode of tamas, then what happens? The sacrifices, then the thought is it is neither followed any scriptures, no with the Vedic himsa saying, no prasadams are distributed, no dakshina to the priests are given, then it is in the mode of tamas. Similarly, right? So we also saw about austerity. So this is what we have completed till now, and we will be today going ahead with the shlok, and finally in the end Krishna will explain, he will give us the mantra that we need to follow so that you can actually get liberated. So we can do the same thing, how we can do sacrifice, austerity and charity in a, to be followed with the right process, so that it actually helps us in liberation. And that is what Krishna will explain us. It will be also dealing in today's class. So let us go to types and modes of austerity. We start with shlok number 14. Krishna says, let's read along with me. Deva Devadvij Guru Pragya
Devadvij Guru Pragya
Pujanam Shochanam Arjanam
Janam Sauchanam Arjavam
Brahmacharya Ahimsa Cha
Brahmacharya Ahimsa Cha
Shariram Tapuchyate.
Shariram Tapa Uchyate.
Yeah, so Krishna here is explaining Dev, that is, he's explaining the Sharira, the austerity of body. Shariram Tap, that is the austerity of body. What is austerity of body? It is Dev. It is basically austerity, praying, worshipping to the Supreme Lord, and Dvij is Brahmins. Then Guru is supreme, your supreme master, spiritual master. And Pragya is all these people who are worth giving, what do you call it, respect, like father, mother, teachers, and also all those people who follow the Vedic process, right? Then Pujanam, worshipping them. Shocham is cleanliness. Arjavam is simplicity. Brahmacharya is celibacy. Celibacy is basically following. There are a lot of restrictions that needs to be followed in the brahmacharya stage, when you are from 1 to 25 years, which we consider as per the Vedic Shastra, as per the Varnashram system. It is the brahmacharya state, and during brahmacharya there should not be, one should not indulge into sexual pleasures, right? It is only limited after marriage, and only with your counterpart, partner. That is what is the recommended in the scriptures. Then ahimsa, that is non-violence. Shariram tapuchate, this is defined as the what do you call it, the austerity of body, right? So let us read the English translation. Austerity of the body
Austerity of the body
consists in
consists in
worship of the Supreme Lord,
worship of the Supreme Lord,
the Brahmins, the spiritual master, and superiors, like the father and mother, and in cleanliness, simplicity, celibacy, and non-violence, right? So we go to the shlok number 15th. Anudvegakaram vakyam
Anudvegakaram vakyam
satyam priyahitam chayat
Satyam Priyahitam Chayat
swadhyaya abhyasanam chaiva
Swadhyaya Abhyasanam Chaiva
वाक्मयं तप उच्यते
वाक्मयं तप उच्यते
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं
सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत्
सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत्
स्वाध्याय अभ्यसनं चैव
अभ्यसनं चैव
वाङ्मयं तप उच्यते
वाक्मयं तप उच्यते
अनुद्वेगकरं वाक्यं
सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत्
सत्यं प्रियहितं च यत्
स्वाध्याय अभ्यासनं चैव
वाङ्मयं tapya uchyate. And now Krishna explains here what is the austerity of speech. How should we use our speech, our tongue for speaking? He says anudvegakaram. We should not speak harshly with vague. Vague is with agitated words. We should not speak in an agitated voice to anyone. Anudvegakaram vakyam. We should not, so vakyam satyam. It should be truthful. Whatever we speak should be truthful. Priya, it should be pleasing. Priya. Hitam, it should be beneficial. Whatever you speak, it should be beneficial to someone else. Keep mum. Yeah. Swadhyaya, it should be used, our voice should be used for studying the Vedic scriptures. Abhyasam, again practicing the Vedic scriptures. Chaiva, this is called the tapauchate. Vakmayam means of speech. Tapa, austerity of speech is said to be austerity of speech. So let us read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Austerity of speech consists in speaking words that are truthful, pleasing, beneficial, and not agitating to others, and also in regularly reciting Vedic literature. There is a very good example of frog. What does the frog do? In the monsoon season, the frogs come out, and with his with his broad he keeps on croaking, thinking that it is actually a very pleasing voice. But what is doing? Because of the unnecessary croaking that the frog is doing, it attracts the snake nearby, and it is eaten by the snake. Yeah. So we should not actually any words that we take out, it should be very very weighted, should be thoughtful, and then only we should take out. It is said that when you shoot someone, it hit once and it can be forgotten. But something which is spoken harshly to others, it is remembered in their mind for years and years together. It does not just hits the body, but it actually hits the heart, and that is very painful and is remembered throughout the life. So it is very very important that whatever we speak should be very humble, and it should be very pleasing, and should be beneficial. Else we should not speak, right? And also very very important thing that is told in our shastras, that we should not do prajalpa. Prajalpa means gossip. We should not use our tongue for gossiping about others, because we think we are being very smart by doing and telling about that. You should always remember, if I am doing that, then definitely someone else is also doing for me. So it is very very important, and it is going to backfire us. It is going to harm us. It is definitely not help us in our spiritual growth. So we should definitely avoid prajalpa, which is gossip, right? Now we go to the next slok, 16th. Manah prasada saumyatvam मौनम आत्मविनिग्रह भाव संशुद्धिरित्येतत् तपो मानसम उच्यते मनः प्रसाद सौम्यत्वं मौनम आत्मविनिग्रह भाव संशुद्धिरित्येतत् तपो मानसम उच्यते मनः प्रसाद सौम्यत्वं मौनम आत्मविनिग्रह भाव संशुद्धिरित्येतत्
tapo manasam uchyate.
Tapo manasam uchyate. Now here Krishna explains what is manasam. Manasam is mind. And what is tapa? Tapa is austerity. What is the austerity of mind? What is called the austerity of mind? And Krishna says manah prasada. That is, the mind should be satisfied. Saumyatvam. It should be simple. We should not, it's simplicity basically. And we should not be, it should not be doing mm, what do you call it? It should be simple. Simplicity should be followed. Monam is silence. Atma vinigraha. Atma vinigraha is self-control. Bhava samshuddhir. Samshuddhir means purification of bhav. Bhav is the feelings, whatever we have. Our heart should be purified. This is called the austerity of mind. So let's read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. And satisfaction, simplicity, gravity, or silence, self-control, and purification of one's existence are the austerities of mind. Now, purifications of one existence. Now, in the 6th chapter, we have known that the 6th chapter is about Dhyana Yoga and it is about controlling mind. And Krishna asks Arjun that you must control your mind by doing Dhyana Yoga, by doing meditation. And in the end, Krishna says that, Arjun says that Chanchalam hi manah Krishna pramathi balavadrinham tasyaham nigraham manye vayoriv sudishkaram. He says, Krishna, I have heard you. And in the 34th shlok, he says that, oh Krishna, I think the mind is so chanchal. It's like a child. It is so chanchal, Krishna. It is obstinate. It is obstinate. It is fickle. And then it is easier to control wind than controlling the mind. And Krishna says, it is possible. How is it possible? By abhyas and vairagya. By practice, by continuous practice and detachment, we can control the mind. Now, we all know, we must have heard this analogy from our Upanishads, where our body is all compared to the chariot, right? Compared to a chariot, right? So the chariot of 5 horses. Let's imagine a chariot of 5 horses. The 5 horses are the 5 senses, and the rein which is connecting the horses to the charioteer. That rein is the mind. That rein is the mind, and the charioteer is the intelligence. And the chariot itself is the body, and the passenger in the chariot is our soul. It is our atma. Now just imagine the mind. The reins are the mind, and the horses are the senses. Just imagine if the senses, if the mind is not controlled, right? If the reins are let free, if the senses are not controlled, the horses will be moving in all directions. Is it possible for the charioteer to control they cannot, right? So it's very, very important that we control the mind, we control the senses, so that we control the senses and then we control the mind, so that our chariot can go, body like chariot can go in the right direction, in the right path, right? So it's very, very important. The senses are like horses, or it's like monkey, always jumping. It is mind is compared like a small child which is always restless and wants to move. So what Krishna says, that we have to have monam. Monam means silence. By keeping silence, and we cannot keep silence. As soon as two people will meet, they want to speak something, right? They want to speak something, and that will be totally useless. That will be totally useless. It's not going to. That is not going to help us in any hour of liberation or in our spiritual movement. But what is going to help us? That is prajalpa, and that is going to actually degrade our soul. That is actually going to degrade our soul. So what we need to practice? Monam. We should, in our tongue should always be, chanting our holy name. So always engage tongue in chanting the holy name, so that we are able to keep silence and also not engage in prajalpa or gossips, right? And that is how we can actually purify our mind, purify our mind, and yeah, and yeah. So this is how, that is called the austerity of mind. Then we go to the 17th shlok. It says, Shraddhaya paraya taptam
Shraddhaya paraya taptam
tapastatrividham naraihi
tapastat trividham narehi
afalakankshiभिर्युक्तैः
फलाकांक्षिभिर् युक्तैः
सात्विकं परिचक्षते
सात्विकं परिचक्षते
श्रद्धया परया तप्तं
श्रद्धया परया तप्तं
तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरैः
तपस्तत्त्रिविधं नरैः
अफला आकांक्षाक्षिभिर्युक्तैः
आपलाकांक्षिभिर्युक्तैः
सात्विकं परिचक्षते.
सात्विकं परिचक्षते.
Now, Krishna in the previous last three verses explained about what is the austerity of body, what is the austerity of body, speech, and mind. Now, in the next three slok, he is going to say all these three things: body, speech, and mind. When are they supposed? What is called when to be the sattvic part, the rajasic part, and the tamasic part. So here Krishna says that this threefold austerity refers to the last three that he has talked about body, mind, and speech. This threefold austerity, please read after me. This threefold austerity performed with transcendental faith by men not expecting material benefit but engaged only for the sake of the supreme is called austerity in goodness. Yeah. So if you look at the second line, it says second line first part, it says afala akanksha bhir yukte. Yukte is connected. And how is it how is doing the all the thing? Afala, without expectation of any results. And akanksha means without desiring anything else. So when you are when we do that, then that is called the in the mood of goodness. Yeah. We go to the next one. सत्कार मान पूजार्थम तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तद इहि प्रोक्तम राजसं चलम अध्रुवम सत्कार मान पूजार्थम तपोदम्भेन चैव यत् क्रियते तद इह प्रोक्तम राजसं चल अध्रुवम. Now Krishna explains what is the austerity, what is the austerity of body, mind, and speech in the mode of passion. Satkar man pujartham. Whatever we are doing, if we are doing any such things, if we are speaking, if we are doing tap for satkar, to expectation that someone will honor me, man, someone will give respect to me, and puja. So when we are doing those things for the expectation of gaining respect or honor, and dambhen, by pride, when we do by damb is by pride, then it is said to be in the mode of passion. So let us read the translation. Penance performed out of pride and for the sake of gaining respect, honor and worship is said to be in the mode of passion. It is neither stable nor permanent. So it is not, it is just for some time it will be there, otherwise not. We have an example of Hiranyakashyap. We know how Hiranyakashyap went and did great austerity. And why did he did the austerity? So that he can actually get the boon that no one can kill him at any time, right? So Hiranyakashyap wanted that he becomes he never dies, he becomes the god. So he did lot of austerity, and finally what happened? That all those austerity that he did was actually useless, because it was all, as soon as he got the boon or that he will not get killed, immediately what happened? His entire way changed. He said he became the god. I am the god, let everyone worship me, right? Everyone worship me. So his entire things change. So that austerity is in the mode of rajas, and it is temporary. Similarly, there's a story of Vrikasura. he was again Asura. He was a demon. Vikasura, what he did, he started praying, doing the yagya to please Shiva. He started doing the yagya to please Shiva. And what he started doing, he started offering his body flesh. He started offering his body flesh, and Shiva didn't turn up. And finally, what happened? He was about to cut his head. And when he was about to cut his head and offer in the fire, at that time, Shiva appeared, asking, he was not happy, but he said, okay, what do you want? And then, because he never wanted to, the devotee to die, so he asked him that, okay, give me the boon that wherever I will place the hand, that person will die. And Shiva gave that boon. And as soon as he gave that boon, Vikrasura got up and he wanted to put the hand on Shiva himself. And Shiva started running. And finally, Vishnu came and killed Rikasura. So such austerity by asuras, they are all in the mode of passion. They are not real austerity, right? Then we go in the 19th shloka. It says, मूढग्राहेण आत्मनो
मूढग्राहेण आत्मनो
यत्पीडया क्रियते तपः
यत्पीडया क्रियते तपः
परस्योत्साधनार्थं वा
परस्योत्साधनार्थं वा
तत्तामस तामसम उदाहितम
तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्
मूढग्राहेण आत्मनो यत्पीडया क्रियते तपः परस्योत्साधनार्थं वा तत्तामसम उदाहितम. And moodha means foolish. Mood means foolish. And the tamasam udharitam. So tamasam means in the mode of ignorance. It is said to be the mode of goodness. What it is said to be the mode of goodness? When people actually do foolish things. They say self-torture. When they are doing the tap, they think they are doing the great austerity by torturing themselves. And also they do the puja to destroy others. All those things are in the mode of ignorance. So let us read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. Penance performed out of foolishness, with self-torture, or to destroy or injure others, is said to be in the mode of ignorance. Ignorance, right? And then we go to the charity. So we talked about, is the charity wasted? Like, what, when we are doing charity, we think we are doing charity to finally it is going to get into our spiritual bank balance, and we will finally end up into liberation with moksha. So people may have that thought, but if we don't know the right way to do charity, then actually instead of getting moksha, we are actually getting bound in the cycle of birth and death. So we will read what sort of charity that we do is going to bind us, and what sort of charity that we do is going to liberate. That we will see in the next section. Yeah, in this section Krishna is talking about charity done in goodness, passion and ignorance. And any charity that is done in the mode of goodness, passion and ignorance is binding. It is binding us to this material world. It is not going to give us liberation. So it's very important for us to understand that, so that we know what is the right way to do the charity for liberation. So Krishna says, Datvayam iti yaddanam diyate anupkarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam sattvikam smritam. Datvayam iti yaddanam diyate anupakarine deshe kale cha patre cha taddanam sattvikam smritam. So in the second line, last part, Krishna says that dan, taddanam sattvikam smritam, that dan is called sattvic, in the mode of goodness. But what is that dan which is done in the mode of goodness? It says datvayam iti yaddanam, that dan which is given diyate anupakarine, it is done as per, without any expectation of return. It is no expectation of return, and to whom? deshe, it means at the right place. Kale, at the right time. Cha patre, to the right person. That dan is called in the mode of goodness. For example, someone has done an Ekadashi Vrata and wants to give the dan. At the end of that, wants to give a dan, and then you cannot go and give the dan to someone who's a Brahmin but is not a practicing priest. Yeah, so you just give to them, then it is not in the mode of goodness. You have to give that dan to the priest who is a practicing Brahmin. Then it is in the mode of goodness. So deshe kale cha patre. Patra is very very important. To whom you are giving the dan in the mode of goodness, right? So let us read the English translation. Charity given out of duty.
Charity given out of duty.
Without expectation of return.
Without expectation of return.
At the proper time and place.
Proper time and place.
And to a worthy person.
And to a worthy person.
Is considered to be in the mode of goodness.
Considered to be in the mode of goodness.
Right? Then we go to the next slok. Yattu pratyu upkarartham.
Yattu pratyu upkarartham.
Phalam uddishya va punah.
Phalam uddishya va punah.
Diyate cha palikrishtam.
Diyate cha pariklishtam.
Taddanam rajasamsmritam.
Danam rajasamsmritam.
Yattu pratyu upkararthanam.
Yattu pratyupakararthanam.
Phalam uddishya va punah.
Phalam uddishya va punah.
Diyate cha paliklishtam.
Diyate cha pariklishtam.
Taddanam rajasamsmritam.
Taddanam rajasamsmritam.
Krishna says that dan which is given by pratya upkartham. I am giving you this dan, but I expect something in return from you. Yeah, something I am giving, but I expect something in return from you. Phalam, some fruitive activity I am expecting. Adisham va punah, right? And then diyate cha paliklishtha. And when it's given in the grudging mood, okay, take this money. Okay, the priest you are giving you have got the puja there. Okay, take this. So you are not giving it with respect, but by grudging mood. So what is that then? That charity is in the mode of passion. It is not going to give you the moksha liberate towards it. It is not going to move you towards moksha liberation, but it will actually bind us to more, and it could also be take us down, right? So let's read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. But charity performed with the expectation of some return, or with a desire for fruitive results, or in a grudging mood, is said to be charity in the mode of passion. And in Krishna says in the 18th chapter 5th slok, in the next chapter we will read, Krishna has said that yagya dana tapah karma, this three things, yagya, that is sacrifice, dan, which is charity, and tap, which is austerity, karma, na tyajyam, never leave this, karyam evatat, this thing should never be left. Why? Because yagyo danam tapascheva, by doing sacrifice, by giving charity, and by giving tap, what happens? Pavanani manishanam, the human being, the mind gets purified. That is one of the way to purify ourselves. Yeah, so Krishna says that we must do yagya, gadan, and tap, because that's going to purify us. Unless we are purified, we are not capable of understanding the transcendental knowledge. So to get to understand the transcendental knowledge, the first requirement is that we need to be purified. And for that, what we do? We actually chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Why? When we are chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, we are actually purifying ourselves, right? Or we are reading the Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, we are hearing the Krishna Katha. All these things help us to purify us. The basic thing is eating prasadam. When we eat prasadam, again that purifies us. So these are some of the things that we do in day-to-day activity to purify ourselves, right? Now let's read to the 22nd shlok. Adeshakale yaddanam apatrebhyascha diyate asatkritam avagyatam tat tamasam udahitam.
तामसम् उदाहृतम्
अदेशकाले यद्दानम्
अदेशकाले यद्दानम्
अपात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते
पात्रेभ्यश्च दीयते
असत्कृतम् अवज्ञातम्
सत्कृतम् अवज्ञातम्
तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्.
तत्तामसम् उदाहृतम्.
So here Krishna explains which dan, which charity is in the mode of ignorance. And he says, if the charity is given to a deshe, at an improper place, right? A kale, at not the right improper time, and a patre, not to the right deserving person. That dan, if it's given, and asatkrit amagyadam. Asatkrit means if it is not given to the by with the proper attention, by giving the proper attention, and then avagyatam, and with respect, then it is said in the mode of ignorance. So let us read the translation by Srila Prabhupada. And charity performed at the impure place, at an improper time, to unworthy persons, or without proper attention, and respect, is said to be in the mode of ignorance. So all these three modes we explained, Krishna explained here, the three types, the charity done in the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. And all these charity are going to be binding us to this material world. It is not going to takes us towards liberation. So now Krishna will give us the key, how we should do, so that we move, what sort of things we should do, so that we move towards the liberation, right? So Krishna says yagya, dan, and tap for the spiritual elevation, right? And that's from shlok number 23 to 27. So we start with that 23rd shlok. Krishna says Om Tat Sat iti nirdesho
Om Tat Sat iti nirdesho
Brahmanastrividha smritah
Brahmanastrividha smritah
Brahmanastena vedascha
Brahmanastena vedascha
Yagyascha vihitah pura.
Yascha vihita pura.
Om Tat Sat iti nirdesho
Om Tat Sat iti nirdesho
Brahmanastrividha smritah
Brahmanastrividha smritah
Brahmanastena vedascha
Brahmanastena vedascha
Yagyascha vihitah purah.
Nascha vihita pura.
And here Krishna gives us the mantra. He says Om Tat Sat. What it is? Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat Nirdesho. By giving that nirdesh, by giving that direction, Om Tat Sat. Brahmana Trividha Smrita. Brahmana, that Om Tat Sat basically represents the absolute. It basically is the mantra for invoking the Supreme Lord. Yeah. So Krishna says, in when Brahmanas stay in Vedansha, in the earlier days, the Brahmins, what they do, whenever they are reciting the hymns, Vedic hymns, or they are performing yagyascha, that is performing the sacrifices, what they will do, they will always tell the mantra Om Tat Sat, means whatever we are doing, it is for you, O Supreme Lord, O Krishna, it is for you. So whatever we are doing, but if we are not offering it to Krishna, then it doesn't become transcendental. It will remain. So as I explained earlier, in the what is the karmic cycle, when we are doing good, when we are doing activity in the mode of goodness, it goes into my bank balance. It goes into the bank balance of all my pious deeds are going into my pious bank balance, and all passion and ignorance is going into the bad bank balance. Now, whatever pious deeds I am doing, I have to come back again in this material world to enjoy that. And whatever bad karma I am doing, again I have to come back here to suffer. Right? But the thing is, if I have to make, unless my bank balance is zero, I cannot actually go get liberated. I cannot get liberated. I'll have to come back again here to suffer, either to enjoy or to suffer. So how to make our bank balance zero? It is by offering everything to Krishna. Om Tat Sat. So that is the key. That is the key. So whatever we are doing, whether we are doing charity, whether we are doing tapa, whether we are doing yajna, we have to do for whom? Om Tat Sat. And if we do that Om Tat Sat to with that, then what is happening? It is all going to, so nothing comes to my bank balance. So neither I am going to enjoy, neither I am going to, all my deeds have gone to spiritual bank balance, and spiritual bank balance is taken care by Krishna. Got it? So that is the key here. Yeah. So Krishna, let's read the English translation. From the beginning of the creation, the three words Om Tat Sat were used to indicate the supreme absolute truth. These three symbolic representations were used by Brahmins while chanting the hymns of the Vedas and during sacrifices for the satisfaction of the Supreme. Got it? So what is the mantra? Whatever we do, we have to do it for Om Tat Sat. And how it started? Brahma, when he performed the Yajna, Brahma is the first creation. First, Brahma is the first creation of this material world, right? So Krishna, when Brahma was created, when he performed the sacrifices, he actually did with to Om Tat Sat. And by disciplic succession, that is now followed, and all such sacrifices are done by Om Tat Sat, right? So that is the key word, Om Tat Sat. And now we'll go in the next 4 shlok, we'll go and see the explanation of Om Tat and Sat, right? So let's go to the next shlok, 24th. Tasmad Om Itya Udahitya Yajya Danam Tadana Tapah Kriya Pravartante Vidhanokta Satatam Brahmavadinam Tasmad Om Itya Udahitya Yajya Dana Tapah Kriya Pravartante Vidhanokta Satatam Brahmavadinam. So Krishna said Tasmad. That is why. What we have to do? Om Itya Udahitya. We have to pronounce, we have to say Om. When anything, for anything we do, Yajna, Dan, Tapah, Kriya, any of these activity that we are doing, we have to say Om Pravartate, and then we have to follow the Vidhan, the process which is followed in our scriptures, and Satatam Brahmavadinam, and that is the way to do things, right? So let us read the English translation. Therefore, Brahmavadinam is basically the people who have already transcended the three modes of material nature. Those who are already above they are at the Brahma Bhuta stage. They have actually beyond the mode of ignorance, passion, and goodness. So they are in the Brahma Bhuta stage or the Vasudeva stage. So what they are called Brahmavadinam. So all Satatam, the Satatam is always the transcendentalist, undertaking performances of sacrifice, charity, and penance, in accordance with scriptural regulations, begin always with Om, to attain the Supreme. Okay, and then we go to the next shlok, 25th. Tad itya anabisandhaya Phalam yajna tapah kriya Dana kriyascha vidvidha Kriyate moksha kankshibhi Tad itya anabhisandhaya Phalam yajna tapah kriya Dana kriyascha vividha Kriyante moksha kankshibhi. Yeah. So what happened here? Krishna says that those who are moksha kankshibhi. Moksha kankshibhi means those who wants moksha. Those who want liberation. What do? They do tat. They tat. Tat is what? Tat. So Om Tat Sat. So tat word. So tat Tatya Anabhisaya. So what they start? They perform everything with the word Tat. And without expectation of any Abhisandhaya Phalam. without the expectation of any results. So they do all with the word tat without expectation of any results. The yagya tap kriya, dana kriya, vividha, all types of this. And when they do that, then what happens? They actually get freed from material entanglement. So they get freed from this material entanglement and they are able to move forward. So let us read the English translation. Without desiring fruitive results, one should perform various kinds of sacrifice, penance, and charity with the word tat. The purpose of such transcendental activities is to get free from material entanglement. So when we see, we have three words we have to speak. Om, Tat, Sat. So Tat is going to free us from the material entanglement. Om is to the Supreme Lord, and next is Sat. 26th and 27th is for Sat. So let's read that. Sadbhave sadhubhave cha sadityet upajayate प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्छब्द पार्थयुज्यते सद्भावे साधुभावे च सदित्येतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सच्छब्द पार्थ उज्यते. Mother, repeat. सद्भावे साधुभावे च सदित्येतत् प्रयुज्यते प्रशस्ते कर्मणि तथा सत शब्द पार्थ उज्यते. So here Krishna says, O Partha, O Arjun, Sat Bhave Sadhu Bhave. So Sat Bhave, what Sat Bhava? Sat is eternal. What does the meaning of Sat? Sat means eternal. And Sat is basically used for the absolute truth. Sat is used for the absolute truth. Sat Bhave. Bhav means the conscious in the heart is of Supreme. And what conscious when we are doing? So the consciousness of Sat. Sat is eternal. It is about the God's consciousness. When we are doing the bhav that we have, the consciousness that we have is of Tat Sat, which is eternal, which is the absolute truth. It is the Krishna. When we are doing it with that consciousness in our heart, sadhu bhave, and that bhav is our devotee. When we have that sadhu bhav, then when that is being performed, cha sadityetab upyajate prashaste karmani, and all the karma that we do, whatever karma that we, all the devotional service that we do, when we say the tatha sat shabda, when we use the word sat, then we start with that with sat, right? So let's read the English translation. The absolute truth is the objective of devotional sacrifice, and it is indicated by the word sat. The performance of such sacrifice, is also called Sat. And as all the works of sacrifice, penance and charity, which true to the absolute nature, are performed to please the Supreme Person, O son of Pritha. Let's read the 27th verse. Yagye tapsi dane cha sthiti saditi chochate chate karma chaiva tadarthiyam sadityetva abhidhiyate yagye tapsi dane cha sthiti saditi chochate karma chaiva tadarthiyam sat ityetva abhidhiyate. So if we see the second line, yagya tap dan, all these things just sat iti chochate. When we are doing with by the word sat, using the word sat to sat, and not only that, karma chaiva tadirtham. Tadirtham is a very important word. Tadirtham means for him. all the karma that we are doing is for him. Sat ityet. Then what happens to please Krishna? Then it is called in the mode of, then actually it is goes for the liberation, right? So now let us go to the last. So now in the last from 23rd to 27th verse, what we learned that
The three.
whatever we are doing, we have to do with
Om
Om Tat Sat. Om is the absolute truth, is addressing the
Supreme Lord.
Supreme Lord. Tat is for disentanglement from this material world. Yeah, that is towards moksha. And Sat is offering everything to the Sat, the Supreme Lord. Right? And now the last shloka of 17th chapter, which is 28. Here Krishna will talk about Asat, which is temporary. Sat is eternal, which is the truth. But Asat is which is temporary. So let's read that. अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं
Ashraddhaya putam dattam
तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत्
tapastaptam kritam chaya
असदित्य उच्यते पार्थ
asaditya uchate partha
न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह
nasaj tatpretya no iha
अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं
ashraddhaya putam dattam
तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत्
tapastaptam kritam chaya
असद् इत्य उच्यते पार्थ
asaditya uchyate partha
न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह.
na cha tatpretya no iha
माताजी
ashraddhaya putam dattam
अश्रद्धया हुतं दत्तं
tapastaptam kritam chaya
तपस्तप्तं कृतं च यत्
asatitya uchyate partha
असद् इत्य उच्यते पार्थ
na cha tatpretya no iha
न च तत्प्रेत्य नो इह. So Krishna says ashraddhaya. Ashraddhaya means without any faith. Hutam means sacrifice. When we are doing sacrifice, yajna, without any faith. Dattam, then the charity, danam that we do without any faith. And tap austerity. So we are doing all these things, but we don't have faith in the Supreme. I am doing my dhyan, but I don't believe in Krishna. Right? I am doing the dan, but charity, but I don't believe in God, the Supreme Lord. So if we are doing this sacrifice, yajna, and in our heart we don't have faith in the Supreme Lord, then what happens? Krishna says that all of this are asad. Asad means they are temporary. It is not proper. And it says asad itya uchyate. It is called asad. Asad is temporary. And not only that, what happens? It says na cha tat pretya no iha. It says the result of that pretya is after death. No iha means in this life. Neither you will get the result of that in this life, nor after in the next life. So if you don't have faith in the in the God, and you are performing your sacrifice, then all these things you are doing, then again it is of no use, right? Neither in this life or the next. So let us read the English translation by Srila Prabhupada. Anything done as sacrifice, charity, or penance, without faith in the Supreme, O son of Pritha, is impermanent. It is called asat and is useless both in this life and the next. Next, right? So we started. So with this is the last shlok that we have for this chapter, and that is why most sacrifices and charity fit spiritually. So we do sacrifices, we do charity, but what we do, it all depends upon our consciousness. And Krishna has explained very nicely in this chapter that when we do it, what charity, what sacrifice, what austerity falls in the mode of goodness, falls in the mode of passion, and falls in the mode of ignorance. And if we are doing any of this in these modes, then it is not going to help us for liberation. It will actually going to bind us in this material world. And if we want to actually do these things for advancing spiritually or for liberation, we have to do with Om Tat Sat. Om Tat Sat, we have to do this, we have to use these words, and Om Tat Sat means offering everything to the Supreme. And when we do that, then actually it becomes a spiritually, it becomes, takes us to a, then it transcends the mode of material nature. So with this we will end our class. You can leave your comments and questions in the comment. Let's now let's now chant the Hare Krishna Maha Mantra 3 times. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you.